they were promised on paper that you would go overseas. The contract would be 1 year or eventually 3 years. Then it was extended to 5 years. Then it was extended to 10 years. You could bring your families with you. You would get land, free plots of land. You can grow your crops. You could sustain your family. You would be free to practice your religion. Your children could have access to education. All these were things that were promised on paper, and Indians were told that they could sign it. But the reality was vastly different. So, some small examples I can give you is that when Indians were supposed to get land, they were only given land if they gave up the right to return to India. So it was either or. So it did not mean that while they were working uh, on the plantations, that they had access to growing their own crops. They were dependent on the handout, the rations that the overseers could give them. And the land that they were eventually given, and that too only for those who remained, was land that belonged in swamp areas. So no agricultural crops could grow there. And eventually, Indians, because they're ingenious, began growing rice as a means of sustaining their families. But even today, there are very few houses in those regions, although they're owned by Indian families.